this one is. It's vegan. It's vegan and low fat, but not sugar free, guys. How are you guys with this corona and lockdown and toilet paper issues? I wish we didn't have the lockdown, guys, because people are like depressed of just being home and not being able to eat out. And I know we should isolate ourselves to protect the elderly and the people who have low immune system, like Michael. But it's still hard emotionally and psychologically to not meet up with people you love, especially here in Oregon, in coastal Oregon, in our town, where we don't even have a case of corona. I mean, if you live in New York, Seattle, and California, then you need to isolate yourselves. The corona started December, and it's really just these 2 weeks. That we have noticed that Maria was talking about Australia, where they were hoarding toilet paper, and we were laughing about it, saying like, why are they not hoarding on food? You should never hoard anything. Like, you should just buy what you need and maybe a little bit more extra, but you should always leave for others. Anyways, it started 2 weeks ago. I usually buy extra of everything because I'm like that. I'm Filipino. We always have lots of foods in the pantries, in the freezer, in the fridge, cupboards. Toilet paper, kitchen paper, but when we heard about Australia, Micah said we should buy one more pack and one bleach and then wipes. And it seemed that they weren't restocking, but they were. But the RVers came from other cities and they were buying toilet paper, bleach, sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, and then also split peas, and also donuts, frozen veggies, and they didn't leave anything. Honestly, that's a bit selfish. It's okay if you need to put more, for a rainy day, guys, but don't get everything. Today it's a Tuesday. We went to Safeway because every Tuesday and Thursday right now they want the seniors and the low immune people to shop first, and we were there before 9. They said between 7 to 9 you can come, and my cat is 66 and he has cancer, but we didn't find toilet paper, guys. Luckily, Fred Meyer has toilet paper, but we just wanted to buy a little bit, so the other day we bought 1 pack, and then today we bought 1 pack, so in total we have 41 rolls, guys. I ordered from Amazon because I didn't know Fred Meyer would have an effective rationing, so their rule, guys, is one pack per household, not per customer, but per household. Each time you go to the store, each pack has only 4 rolls. Anyways, I didn't know their rationing would be so good, and I ordered 30 rolls the night before that. So it's all good. In the Philippines, especially in Siargao, guys, they started with a rationing was that 3 weeks ago or 1 month ago, and no one complained, no one got angry. I was FaceTiming with Maria. When they said, oh, 1 household can only have 2 rubbing alcohol, guys, 2 bottles, and people just said, oh, that's okay. But here people were complaining guys, because they're just doing their jobs and they're not even allowed to have mask as protection because it might scare the customers. So I'm sorry about them. It's not really the corona, guys, that has worried me and stressed me a lot. It's the things around it. In Siargao, if you live there, you have to have a hall pass from the city hall. You have to have a letter saying you're not sick, and they have a curfew. It's practically a martial law in Siargao, and lots of places in the Philippines you can only be out at a certain time, like 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you don't follow it, you can get arrested. In Siargao, like 32 foreigners were arrested because they were drunk and unruly and broke the curfew rule. So I'm mostly worried about Maria because Michael and I are safe here, and Chelsea and Dan and Rachel and Michael's other relatives are safe here. And so I was worried about Marie, and yesterday when she told me about the curfew and that the military is roaming outside and speaking in megaphones saying don't go outside, I get worried about Maria. I got a huge panic attack. I'm not really worried about the coronavirus itself, since it's mostly older people with health issues that are affected. Of course, I'm very worried with Michael, but in our town, guys, there's no case of it, and that's why I'm mostly worried about the panic buying. I'm mostly worried about people's mental health, because I think it should depend on state to state. It should depend on if the state has a case or not. And for our state, and especially for this town, guys, I don't think a lockdown was the best solution, because we can't even go to state parks. They closed all the state parks because the RVers from other cities, from Washington, Seattle, from New York and California, were coming here, and the politicians were afraid that we would get lots and lots of coronavirus cases here, so they had to close all the state parks. And I get why they did it, but it's just that if the people in each state stayed in their state and it did not spread, then we wouldn't be too limited. I get that they came out because they needed to get more supplies, but if they stayed in their state, then the stores there would do the rationing, and they just needed to be more patient. And I mean, it has never happened like this before, like this quarantine, like this lockdown, and I'm worried about the economy. So I'm worried about the mental state of people all over the world, but I'm also worried about the financial state of all countries, because since there's like a universal lockdown, people are just spending for the basic. They are not even buying things for Easter, guys. so that can sustain a country, even if they have this aid from the government. Sooner or later, the future generations, like the millennials, will have to pay for this. Nothing is for free, guys. So, I mean, that won't be a good future for our kids. But of course, another kind of virus can happen to them and then their kids. It's just that, I don't know. And luckily, we have this malaria drug that cures many people in France, Australia, and now it's starting here in the States. And yeah, I hope you guys are not too panicked. I just got last night a huge panic attack. My panic attack felt like a heart attack, guys. Like, if you know how females get heart attacks, they get pains in their arms, they get nausea, tightness in their chest, shortness of breath, hyperventilating, and yeah, pain. So it's not or pain in the jaw, pain in the neck. I had pain in my neck, not jaw, and then my arms ached so much. I was like massaging them, and Michael was trying to calm me down, guys. I thought I was having a heart attack. I was praying and I said, God, I want to be with you, but I don't think my life here should be finished. I wasn't sure if it was panic attack or a heart attack, and Michael was a bit afraid, and he asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital. I had a little bit of palpitations 2 weeks ago, and he asked the same thing, and I said no. And it's all because of the things happening around this virus. I am, of course, afraid for Michael, but we are not social, guys, so it's a bit hard for us to be contaminated. But everything is closed. The churches, the state parks. Now we can still go to national parks, guys, but yeah, as I said, I was talking with God, praying, please don't take me now, God, please don't. And then Michael noticed I was hyperventilating. I tried to breathe like deep, I couldn't. And then Michael took me in his arms while we were in bed, and then calmed me down, and then he prayed, and then I finally cried. And when I was like crying a lot, that's when I could breathe deep. I still have chest pains today. I'm still like tired, and my arms are heavy still. I've had panic attacks before, especially when I was a kid, guys. And my family thought I was having heart problems, but I was checked later as an adult in Sweden and no problems with my heart. But when I'm worried about other people, like if my sisters were arguing or they were fighting or someone was arguing with my mom, then I would get a panic attack. I would first try to talk with them, say, please don't argue. I didn't know. I have always been like a bridge when someone's arguing, and if it got too serious that they didn't even listen to me, that's when I would hyperventilate and get a panic attack. And yeah, so that's why I'm like the glue that's how I was. That's how I am when I worry. I love helping people. I don't like them arguing. I mean, it's okay to debate. It's okay to, And now I'm worried about Marie. I'm worried about Michael. I'm worried about Michael having cancer. And then now this corona. It's just too much. For me, I'm not saying, I never get sick, but like when I came to the States, I only got sick the first months because, I'm not used to the American virus and germs. I'm used to the Filipino virus and germs and Danish and Swedish. But now I don't ever get sick. I have a latent thing. I'm not going to tell you guys because you might be afraid, but it's quite common for Filipinos to have this latent disease, and it's a sign that since I have allergies, that protects me from infection, and since I have an OCD with hygiene, I don't get infections, like E. coli, salmonella. I cook food properly. I know how to do it, so I'm very careful. And yes, it gives me allergies, but I'm okay when it comes to infections. And I'm not saying, I will be immune with corona. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm still just 48, guys, so I'm not worried about me. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about my girl. And even though Maria is not old and her immunity is good, quite good. Sometimes she would get sick and would take antibiotics, but well, I guess that's why I'm worried, because she does get sick. Not when she's here with us. It's when she's in the Philippines. So, but it's really not that sickness. It's not really. Yes, I'm worried about that part. But she's not used to, hearing the cops or the military outside the house. I'm worried about, she being there. But luckily, my sister is with her. So I'm so sorry, guys, if you are having panic attacks, if you are having anxiety. I feel with you. As I told you, I'm not social, so, but I know how it feels to worry about the people I love, so I do hope you have someone to talk to. I do hope you pray. I think, it's weird to say this, guys, but I feel that this corona is a blessing in disguise. I already see people who claim they are antisocial, who claim that they don't like being with people, and yet they say things like, no one's here, it's so quiet, oh no, that's strange, like, and suddenly they miss their jobs, suddenly they don't hate people coming to their jobs, disturbing them, because guys, no man is an island, we all need each other. But I do hope you pray, ask for more strength, ask that God will protect you, ask that God will make you stronger so you won't panic like me, guys, like me. I think even though this is horrible, but we've had swine flu, we've had SARS, and there's even no cure to it, no vaccine. I mean, we were okay. that's good, guys. That's good. Thank God for that. So I'm still hopeful about this corona thing. I just hope the lockdown won't be too long, especially in places where there's not a lot of cases. It would help our economy, like here in the States and even in other countries, if people who are not in the risk group, like if you're not elderly, if you don't have a health issue, if you don't have a low immunity, I think that you should be allowed to work, and we should just isolate the elderly and the low immunity people, because this would be horrible for everyone who has jobs, who has their pension in the 401k, and even if you're outside the States, it's the same. So hopefully it will be solved soon, guys, so we can go back to normal. But there is a silver lining. I see a future, guys, with more appreciation, more kindness to other people, even from people you don't expect to see kindness from, because I think it's the first time with this scale to have this universal isolation, and people, even antisocial people or people who are shy, are now expressing themselves, saying, oh, I didn't know, I missed other people too, even the annoying ones. So that's a good thing. I hope next time we learn and not do the same thing, or we will all be poor, guys. We need to be smart. And even though we're afraid, because there people die more from the not the common flu, but the influenza. So hopefully history doesn't repeat itself, guys. I know many are afraid. I know many want the lockdown, but then later when it started, people were like, oh no, we can't go there, we can't go. And I know we should all follow the rules. If it's lockdown, it's lockdown. It's just that it's just too hard, especially if you live in a place where there's no case, and the world can't continue. We can't survive if we all stay at home. I mean, some of us need to stay at home, yes, but not all. We can't literally survive if everyone stays home. So they are going to vote about the aid package for the people, for all really affected, like small and big businesses, for people who will lose their jobs, and hopefully it will be okay. But as I said, the next generation is paying for this. But yeah, guys, I hope you like this video, and yeah, tell me in the comments below how you were affected by this. Tell me if you have panic attacks, if you have anxiety, and of course tell me what you miss the most. Is it going out? Is it meeting up with your friends, with your family? Is it everything? Tell me. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, guys, and yeah, I hope you like this video. Please go to my husband's ASMR channel, also Michael Soothing ASMR, and my daughter's 2 channels, Aryaville and Art and Beauty Freak. Thank Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you.